Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Pip, and we are back for another prediction video. This time we are predicting WWE Backlash 2025. And I'm not going to lie, we got a decent looking card to look forward to. Papa H has been putting together some nice new feuds for us. So let's just go ahead and jump in. We got 5 matches to talk about, which is par for the course for our average be here PLEs. Let's just jump right in with our only non-title match. We got Gunther versus Pat McAfee. I think we all know that this is setting up for something bigger. Probably Gunther versus Goldberg. Maybe Gunther versus Brock Lesnar. Um, but either way, I'm taking Gunther here. Pat McAfee has no right to win this match. I don't want him to win by interference. I don't want him to win by DQ. I don't want him to win by anything. I want Gunther to obliterate Pat McAfee, and that is coming from your biggest Pat McAfee fan. It's just the way that it should go. Um, so I'm taking Gunther in a fairly clean sweep that we don't need to discuss this long. Up next, we got the Women's Intercontinental Championship finally getting some love. Should have happened at Mania, but it's fine. We got the current champion, Lyra Valkyria, defending against Becky Lynch. This one's tough. This one's really difficult. I'm going to take Lyra to retain. Um, because I think if Becky wins immediately, it makes her look weak. I don't know if she retains by winning or losing by DQ because of maybe some Bailey interference to get revenge on Becky. Maybe Becky helps Lyra win. I don't know. I think we're clearly setting up for a triple threat between the three. And I think Lyra needs to be the one to go in as champion in that. And it just makes her look weak if she loses to Becky in Becky's like first singles match back. Really only second match back after that long hiatus. Um, Lyra deserves better than that. She deserves to have a successful defense against a big name like Becky Lynch. So I'm going to take Lyra to walk out as champion. Um, hopefully with a dub. While we're in the mid card section talking about intercontinental titles, let's talk about the men's intercontinental championship as your current champion. Dirty Dominic Mysterio defends against Penta. I'm going to take Dom to retain. Judgment Day interference, etc., etc. Um, I don't think any of these new champions should lose their titles yet. I know that we all talk about getting tired of these long title reigns, but 3 weeks is really short for a title reign, especially for a first time champion. Which is why I don't think Dom should lose here. He could. Finn Balor could cost him on purpose or by accident, lead to the whole Judgment Day split. But I think Finn Balor should be the one to take the title off of Dom. So I'm gonna take Dom to retain here. Um, while we're talking about men's mid card titles, let's talk about that U.S. title where current champion Jacob Fatu defends against L.A. Knight. Yeah, Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre in a fatal 4-way. I think the Bloodline or whatever they're called now, the Timu Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, maybe Tamatonga if he's cleared from injury, whatever undisclosed injury he's suffering from. Um, Maybe Hikuleo finally making his debut. I don't know. I think somebody might have to help Jacob just kind of clear the field here. Jacob gets the dub. There's no way they take the title off him yet. Again, I think that this leads down the road to a traitorous Solo Sikoa taking the title off of Jacob some way, somehow. So, taking him to retain. And then in our main event, John Cena defends the undisputed WWE Championship, which now that the Universal title is retired, we need to stop calling it that. We need to just start calling it the WWE Championship again. He defends the title against Randy Orton in Randy Orton's hometown. Um, I don't, I don't think John Cena is as unbeatable as Cody was last year. Um, we all were suffering from the Rock effect, where Rock was teasing us with a match that would never even happen. So we all felt like all of Cody's matches were just foregone conclusions until we got into WrestleMania anyway. Cena does not feel like that. We know he has to lose the title before Mania anyway because he will not be at WrestleMania next year. So every match feels like it could be the match that Cena loses the title. Randy in St. Louis feels like a fantastic potential, but WWE notoriously likes to have hometown heroes lose. Um, And I don't think one title defense is all we get from Cena. I don't see him dropping this any sooner than SummerSlam, maybe even Survivor Series. You probably should just have him lose it to whoever wins Money in the Bank, make a big moment out of a new name, like a Carmelo Hayes or an LA Knight or something like that. But nonetheless, I've got Cena retaining here. I don't have any titles changing hands, and I got Gunther winning fairly definitively. We'll keep this short and sweet because it's just Backlash. It's not a major pay-per-view that we need to, really go in depth about. I don't necessarily think that any of these matches, other than Gunther, Pat McAfee, are foregone conclusions. But I do feel like these are the ways that they should and probably will go. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you guys think I'm wrong, right, what you guys are looking forward to about Backlash, who you think this is setting up for Gunther to feud with. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm Pip. Y'all the greatest, and when in doubt, we'll see you next time. See ya!